Do subscribe to Ekeeda channel and press bell icon to get updates about latest engineering, HSC and IIT JEE main and advanced videos.
Chronic bronchitis. Now when I talk about chronic, it means something which is very severe or something which is at its later stage. And when I say bronchitis, if I break that word, itis means inflammation, and when I say bronchi or bronchioles, these are the pipes of the respiratory tract. We all know that our respiratory tract consists of trachea, pharynx, larynx, and then primary bronchioles or bronchi, secondary bronchioles, and at the end of this bronchioles or bronchi, there are sac-like structures which are termed as alveoli. So if our bronchi region is some way is choked, what would happen? Obviously, you will intake the air, which is a mixture of gases, but once it is passed from trachea, pharynx and larynx and it reaches the bronchus, it will be squeezed there, or you can say it will be stopped there. It won't be able to reach at a faster level or at a faster pace to the alveoli, and if it is not reaching the alveoli, obviously there will be no exchange of gases, so that carbon dioxide can be removed out in the later part of the stage and oxygen can be reached to the tissues. Inflammation of bronchi could be due to your toxins like nicotine, due to inhalation of chemical poison like carbon monoxide, gaseous elements which are present inside air. Also sometimes respiratory disorders in children like pneumonia can lead to the choking, or you can say filling up of fluid in the bronchi region. There is a secretion of mucus or white substance that actually fills up the gaps in the bronchi or the bronchial region, and once that happens, obviously the air passage or bronchi would be totally blocked and the child would find it very difficult to breathe in. Students, whenever such incidents happen, the child is immediately subjected to medication, and certain medications are given just to clean that bronchi passage or clear the pathway for the air to flow freely in body. Chronic bronchitis. When I say the term chronic, it means something which is severe or at the latent stage, and bronchitis is nothing but inflammation or irritation of the bronchioles, a part of the respiratory system or the respiratory tract. Now, bronchioles consist of primary bronchiole, secondary bronchiole, and tertiary bronchiole, and their inflammation can hinder the passage or the flow of water or the flow of oxygen inside the respiratory tract. Any irritant reaching the bronchi and bronchioles will stimulate the secretion of mucus. Now, if I talk about any irritant, it could be your simple pollen grains, it could be certain chemicals, it could be carbon monoxide. If it reaches the bronchi, primary, secondary, or tertiary, it will irritate them and cause inflammation as well as itching in the bronchial region, and the passage of oxygen and carbon dioxide, that is mixture of gases that you inhale, can be hindered or stopped. In chronic bronchitis, The air passage becomes clogged with mucus and it leads to coughing. Now, in chronic bronchitis, what happens is there is a white sticky secretion that is stimulated, and this white sticky secretion is nothing but mucus, which adheres to the walls of the primary, secondary, or tertiary bronchioles. And once that adheres, these sticky secretions come in the pathway of flow of air, and oxygen cannot be rendered or given properly to the tissues for their growth. Chronic bronchitis is usually associated with cigarette smoking. Now, all the products which contain nicotine are harmful for the respiratory tract. Obviously, nicotine is a substance which cannot be purified or thoroughly removed out of the body. Nicotine inhaled in any form or taken in any form is always retained by the respiratory tract, and it is kept inside the passages of the respiratory tract. Smoke, carbon monoxide, or nicotinaceous substances adhere to the bronchial walls, and they also sometimes stick to the alveoli structure. We all know that alveoli is nothing but a sac-like structure which has got little tiny pores in it, which allow the gaseous exchange of material. Now, if that little tiny pores are blocked by nicotine particles, obviously one would feel suffocation and the exchange of gases would be stopped, or there would be a pause or tilt in the exchange of gases. So students, especially during chronic bronchitis, children are greater sufferer as compared to adults. Now, why children are greater sufferer? Because children's immune system are very low as compared to adults. So immune cells cannot fight so properly or so in advanced manner as compared to adults, and especially histamines, prostaglandins, the allergy reactants could be activated in this process, and they can have also secondary infections of skin, rashes, coughing, along with the side waves or along with chronic bronchitis. Now, adults acquire chronic bronchitis due to cigarette smoking habits and other things, whereas children can get chronic bronchitis especially due to the intake of certain antibiotics for a longer duration of time, or it could be inborn along with associated with pneumonitis or pneumonia in simple. Also, children who are prematurely born and the immune system is at weaker side may develop chronic bronchitis if they are exposed to certain allergens or pollen grains or certain materials to which their body has developed allergies toward. It could be dust particles or anything. Students, in this part of the chapter, what we came across was chronic bronchitis. I hope you all are clear with this concept of chronic bronchitis. Thank you.